Have you ever received a gift and upon bringing it home, felt a strange vibe in the air? In Buddhism, we believe that every object carries a unique energy, shaped by the intentions of the giver and the history it holds. In this video, we'll dive into profound Buddhist teachings to understand which gifts can affect our space and inner balance, and how to protect ourselves from these influences. Before we dive into this journey, I want you to reflect with me. What energies do you want to attract into your life? Share your words in the comments. Peace, harmony, protection, prosperity. Casting these words into the universe is like planting seeds of abundance and well-being, which return to you as positive energy. We live surrounded by objects, each with a story and intention, and according to Buddhist teachings, its own energy. But have you ever considered how these objects might impact your surroundings and more deeply your inner equilibrium? In Buddhism, every physical presence carries the vibration of who made it, where it came from, and the circumstances it has passed through. When we receive a gift, we are often bringing that accumulated energy into our space, whether it's good or not. In this video, we'll explore Buddhist teachings more deeply to better understand how certain gifts can influence our lives. In Buddhism, the energy behind an object is as significant as the intention of the person offering it. This is why some items carry vibrations that can disrupt our balance and even our peace of mind. By understanding the impact of these objects, we gain the ability to protect our space and our mind by consciously choosing what we allow into our lives. Throughout the video, you'll learn to identify which types of gifts can cause imbalance and how to shield yourself from energies that, according to Buddhist teachings, may be harmful. We'll cover both common items and specific objects, explaining how they impact your environment and, most importantly, how they influence your personal energy. We'll also discuss simple yet powerful practices for assessing an object's energy, purification techniques to keep your space clean and protected, and finally, how to give gifts that carry genuine intentions of harmony and good vibes. After all, protecting our inner peace starts with the conscious choices we make about what we bring close to us. Prepare for a profound journey guided by Buddhist wisdom that will allow you to bring more balance and serenity into your space. If you've ever felt that certain gifts brought a strange energy into your life, stay with us until the end. Next, we'll delve into the Buddhist concept of energy and intention, and how it's directly connected to the objects we receive and keep around us. In Buddhism, everything around us is made up of energy and vibration, including the objects we own and the gifts we receive. Each item carries an energy imprint shaped by the history, feelings, and intentions of those it has been in contact with. This is one reason why, for example, Buddhist monks avoid accepting objects charged with energies that could disturb their peace of mind. Think about how, when you enter a room, you can often sense whether the atmosphere is welcoming and light, or if there's something heavy or unsettling in the air. In the same way, the objects around us emit vibrations that can influence our mental and emotional state. Buddhism teaches that intention is fundamental in everything we do, and that every action creates a reaction. This is the law of karma. This principle applies to gifts as well. When someone offers us a gift, they are transmitting part of their own energy, intentions, and the circumstances surrounding them at that moment. It's as if the giver's intention is imprinted onto the object, and by accepting it, we open our energetic field to absorb that vibration. Some gifts are given with a pure heart, with intentions of love, harmony, and compassion. These tend to elevate the energy of the space and bring well-being to the receiver. However, there are situations where a gift carries less positive energy, whether from the emotional state of the giver, an unconscious intention of attachment, or even the nature of the object itself. In Buddhism, we learn that our thoughts and emotions influence the energies we send into the world. So when we receive a gift, it's essential to consider the context in which it was given and to observe the feelings it stirs within us. To help you recognize when an object might negatively affect your environment, Let's go through some specific examples of gifts that Buddhist teachings suggest we avoid. The first example is antique mirrors. In many cultures, mirrors are seen as portals that reflect, and in some cases, absorb surrounding energy. Mirrors that have been used by others, especially old ones, are known to retain an energetic imprint of those who have stood before them. In Buddhism, these mirrors are believed to act as bridges for dense energies, subtly connecting the past to the present. When someone offers you an old mirror, it's wise to consider whether you're ready to handle the energies it may carry. Another example is statues or masks from ancient cultures. These items were often used in rituals or carry spiritual connections to cultural traditions and practices of other peoples. Although they may be aesthetically beautiful and rich in history, they also hold meanings and energies we may not fully understand. In Buddhism, it's advised to approach these items with caution, as they might attract vibrations that don't align with our own spiritual practice or the energy we aim to maintain at home. Additionally, there are knives and sharp objects. Giving someone a knife may seem practical or symbolic, but in Buddhism, these objects are associated with separation and conflict. They symbolize the cutting of relationships and can interfere with harmony and connections between people. These items are seen as dividers of energy, which is why, traditionally, gifts that represent cuts or ruptures are avoided. Another interesting example is crystals or gemstones that previously belonged to someone else. Crystals naturally hold energy and are often used for meditation and protection. However, when a crystal has been in someone's possession for a long time, it tends to absorb that person's emotions and spiritual imprints. This is why inherited crystals or those that came from others require purification before being incorporated into our routine or personal space. This practice, which we will explore soon, is essential for neutralizing any lingering energy and making the object energetically neutral for us. Watches also deserve attention. In some Buddhist traditions and Asian cultures, time is seen as a natural flow, something that shouldn't be marked or restricted. Giving someone a watch can be interpreted as a gesture that imposes a time limit or represents the end of a cycle. In countries like China, giving a watch as a gift is a taboo, as it may be seen as a bad omen, suggesting the end of a phase or even the conclusion of a relationship. This unintentional symbolism can bring a sense of finitude and pressure to the person receiving it. Dolls or human-like figures are gifts that also require attention. In various cultures, objects that represent the human form, like dolls or statues, are believed to absorb and retain energies, especially if they were previously used. In Buddhism, dolls or figures with dark expressions are avoided, as they are believed to act as conduits for energy, particularly if associated with rituals or ceremonies. These objects, due to their shapes, have a distinct personality that can interact with the environment in unexpected ways. Personal items previously owned by others, such as jewelry and antique precious stones, are also considered cautious gifts. Jewelry, in particular, holds very personal energy as it's worn in direct contact with the body, absorbing the previous owner's emotions and energy. Upon receiving antique jewelry, it's possible that part of the emotional load from its former owner transfers, which can impact the new recipient. According to Buddhist teachings, these items should be purified before being incorporated into our space or daily life to ensure they don't carry fragments of past experiences. Additionally, items made from animal parts, such as feathers, furs, or bones, can also carry a significant energy load. In Buddhism, connection with nature and respect for life are core values, and objects containing parts of living beings may carry residual energy from those animals. Feathers, for example, are symbolic in some traditions, but if not ethically sourced, they can carry imprints of suffering or unease. Therefore, when bringing animal origin items into your home, especially as gifts, it's important to be aware of the energy they might hold and how they could affect the harmony of the space. Lastly, religious or spiritual items from other traditions are worth noting. Objects such as crucifixes, rosaries, or images of deities hold sacred significance for those who follow those traditions. However, if we don't have a spiritual connection with these symbols, they can create an energetic dissonance in the environment. Buddhism values authentic spiritual connection, and bringing symbols from other practices can create a subtle imbalance in our spiritual harmony. Now that we are aware of some objects that may influence our energy, it's essential to understand how we can intuitively and practically determine whether a gift or item carries a vibration aligned with the peace and harmony we seek. In Buddhism, we practice mindfulness, a technique that helps us deeply perceive our sensations and feelings, and this practice can also be applied to sensing the energy of objects. By practicing mindfulness, we begin to develop a special sensitivity to what surrounds us. When we use this awareness to observe objects, we can subtly sense whether they resonate with our space and state of mind. To assess the energy of a gift or item, one recommended technique is a brief meditation with the object. This practice involves holding the object in your hands, finding a quiet place, and with eyes closed, focusing on your breath while trying to connect with the sensations the object evokes. It's important not to rush. Take a few minutes to feel any changes in temperature, weight, or even emotions that may arise. While holding the object, let your mind remain completely open. Often, intuition gives us clear signals about whether an object harmonizes with our energy field. Feelings of comfort, lightness, and well-being suggest that the gift likely carries a neutral or positive energy. But if, while holding the object, you feel sensations of discomfort, a slight pressure in the chest, or inner unease, this could be a sign that it's carrying a vibration misaligned with yours. In Buddhism, we believe intuition is a powerful tool, and the body often responds very clearly to what isn't beneficial for us. Another recommended practice for identifying an object's energy is mind observation. Unlike meditating with the object in hand, this practice involves placing the object in front of you, sitting comfortably, and simply observing it in silence with a calm mind. As you look at the object, let your thoughts flow without judgment. Note if any particular thought or memory comes to mind, as our psychological reactions to the object may reveal how it affects us energetically. You may feel positive while looking at it, or perhaps unpleasant memories or sensations come up. This observation can provide additional insights about the gift's compatibility with your space. In addition to observation, another valuable technique is intuitive listening. This method, often practiced by Buddhists, teaches us to trust our intuition. For objects, this approach can be very useful in detecting the subtle vibrations of a gift. To try intuitive listening, place the object near you, and with a relaxed mind, ask a simple question in a soft voice. Does this object contribute to my peace and harmony? Then, without forcing a response, pay attention to the body's subtle reactions and the sensation that follows. This moment of attention is crucial. Often, the answer manifests as a faint physical signal, a light feeling of welcome or rejection. It's as if our energy reacts to what surrounds us, helping us understand what benefits us and what doesn't. These practices may seem simple, but over time, they help to develop a much more refined perception of our surroundings and the energetic influences that surround us. In Buddhism, we cultivate this sensitivity because we believe that everything around us subtly impacts our mental and spiritual state. By learning to sense the energy of an object, you connect with a more intuitive perception of what is or is not suitable for your space. If after completing these practices, you feel that a specific object doesn't align with you, it may be time to consider a cleansing technique, or as a last resort, passing it on or returning it. These methods are only the beginning, and consistent practice will further develop your sensitivity. After all, protecting the harmony of our space and inner state requires constant awareness and conscious choices about what we allow into our lives. These simple practices help us develop a subtle awareness of our environment and the energies it holds. In Buddhism, this sensitivity is cultivated to help us live in tune with what promotes well-being. And when we identify something that feels out of harmony, we have the option to balance its energy to maintain our peace. Next, we'll explore purification techniques inspired by Buddhist teachings that will help you neutralize dense or unwanted energies and restore harmony in your space. When we understand that each object carries a specific energy, we can seek ways to neutralize any vibrations that don't align with what we desire. Rather than discarding certain gifts, Buddhism offers us practices to purify them and transform them into energetically neutral objects. These techniques are ways to renew an object's energy, harmonizing it with the environment and promoting well-being. One of the most well-known and widely used purification techniques in Buddhism is smoke cleansing with incense. Incense is a powerful spiritual tool that purifies and elevates the vibration of the environment. To use this technique, select a sandalwood or Palo Santo incense, both commonly used for purification. The practice is simple. Light the incense, close your eyes, and hold the object you want to purify. Pass the object through the smoke while visualizing old energies dissipating, making way for a lighter and purer vibration. This process not only cleanses the object, but also renews the intentions associated with it. It's an effective practice to dispel any accumulated energy that may subtly impact the environment. Another important Buddhist practice is the recitation of mantras. Mantras are sacred, vibrational words that act as true agents of spiritual purification. Among the most commonly used mantras is Om Mani Padme Hum, known for its ability to dispel dense energies and bring serenity. To purify an object with the mantra, sit in a calm place, hold the object, and begin reciting the mantra softly, rhythmically, and repeatedly. During the recitation, visualize the object enveloped in a radiant golden light, allowing it to be freed from any lingering old energy. This process not only purifies but also elevates the object to a vibration more aligned with the peace and balance you seek. A highly accessible and practical method is a coarse salt bath. Salt is recognized in various spiritual traditions as a natural purifier and energy neutralizer. To use it, prepare a solution with water and coarse salt and briefly immerse the object if it's safe to wet. For delicate items that shouldn't be submerged, you can place them on a small amount of coarse salt for a few hours. During this time, visualize the salt absorbing dense energies, making the object lighter and ready to harmonize with your space. At the end, discard the salt, as it has fulfilled its cleansing role and should not be reused. In addition to physical techniques, Buddhism also suggests practices of visualization and intention for purification. This technique is simple yet highly effective. Find a quiet place, position the object in front of you, and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and begin to visualize a white or golden light surrounding the object. Focus on the idea that this light is transforming any discordant energy until the object is completely enveloped in a bright and neutral aura. With this practice, you are intentionally imparting positivity and harmony to the object, realigning it with the type of energy you wish to maintain in your environment. Another traditional method, especially in some Buddhist schools, is the use of Tibetan singing bowls or bells. These instruments produce a sound vibration capable of purifying spaces and objects. To use this technique, place the object next to a singing bowl and gently strike the rim, creating a continuous sound. As the bowl resonates, visualize the object's energy becoming clearer and lighter with each sound vibration. Similarly, the Tibetan bell is also a frequency purifier that helps eliminate stagnant and unwanted energies. This technique is particularly powerful for larger objects that cannot be easily moved, like inherited furniture. Another intriguing practice is exposure to sunlight or moonlight, which is widely used in many spiritual traditions to renew the vibrations of objects. Sunlight is associated with vitality, healing, and energization, while moonlight is seen as a purifying element with emotional balancing qualities. Place the object outdoors for a few hours under the sun, or for a gentler purification, leave it under the light of the full moon, which has especially potent energy. This exposure to nature helps detoxify and renew the object's vibration. Finally, for those seeking a more ritualistic purification, the use of cleansing crystals is an excellent option. Stones like selenite and clear quartz are known for their ability to neutralize negative energies and restore harmony. To apply this technique, simply place the object near a piece of selenite or on a surface with quartz crystals. Leave the object in contact with the crystal for a few hours, allowing it to absorb any unwanted residual energy. This method is especially useful for jewelry and stones, as selenite, in particular, is a stone that remains clean and stable, acting as a continuous purification source. These techniques are invaluable tools for those who wish to maintain balance and serenity in their living space. In Buddhism, we highly value the ability to transform the energy around us and cultivate inner peace, and these practices reflect that teaching. Whenever you have doubts about the energy of a gift or object, remember these practices. They are simple, accessible, and can be performed whenever you feel the need to renew the vibrations of your space. After understanding how to purify and neutralize the energy of objects, it's also essential to reflect on the act of giving gifts. In Buddhism, the act of giving goes far beyond the object itself. It is about genuinely conveying harmony, peace, and good energy to the recipient. According to Buddhist teachings, giving a gift is an opportunity to cultivate love, compassion, and generosity, essential traits for a balanced life. When we choose a gift, ideally, it should symbolize well-being and harmony, qualities we wish to pass on to others. Objects that evoke calm and serenity are excellent options, as they help raise the vibration of the space where they're placed. For example, a plant is always a special choice, representing growth and vitality. Additionally, plants are known for purifying the air and promoting an atmosphere of peace and tranquility. Good examples include lucky bamboo, symbolizing prosperity, and lavender, celebrated for its calming and purifying properties. Another gift that carries positive energy is a candle. In Buddhism, the light of a candle represents wisdom and enlightenment. When we gift someone a candle, we offer a symbol of clarity and hope. Scented candles made with natural essences like lavender or sandalwood are especially powerful because, in addition to lighting up a space, they emit aromas that relax and soothe the mind. In this way, by giving someone a candle, you're conveying the intention of peace and serenity in their life. Crystals also make meaningful gifts with profound symbolism. Each crystal has a unique vibration and property, and they can be used to attract specific energies. Amethyst, for example, is known for its protective and calming qualities, while rose quartz symbolizes love and compassion. However, it's essential to remember that when gifting someone a crystal, it should be purified to ensure it's in its most neutral and beneficial state. This ensures that the energy being transmitted is clean and genuine, aligned with the intention of peace and harmony. A mala, also known as a Buddhist prayer bead necklace, is a meaningful gift that aligns well with Buddhist values. Traditionally used in meditation practices and mantra recitation, it symbolizes spiritual protection and focus. Gifting a mala is a way to share a tool for peace and self-awareness. Malas are especially meaningful for those who seek a meditative practice or a symbol of serenity. Another excellent option is a small water fountain, which brings with it the energy of the water element, a symbol of renewal and flow. According to Buddhism and Feng Shui, the sound and movement of water help purify the environment, promoting relaxation and mental clarity. A small fountain is a unique gift that helps create a welcoming and harmonious environment, as well as attracting prosperity and harmony into the home. Wall art featuring mandalas or spiritual symbols are also inspiring, energetic gifts. In Buddhism, mandalas represent an enlightened mind and are used as meditation tools, promoting focus and serenity. When you give a mandala or a symbol like Om or the lotus flower, you are offering an object that helps the recipient stay connected to calmness and self-knowledge. These art pieces serve as daily visual reminders of the importance of cultivating a peaceful, focused mindset. These simple objects carry far more than material value. They transmit energy that can profoundly impact the well-being of the recipient. And beyond that, Buddhism reminds us that the most important aspect is the intention behind the act of giving. Offering a gift with a pure heart is a way to share a bit of our own positive energy, and at the same time, cultivate the virtues of generosity and selfless love. Whenever you give a gift, ask yourself, what do I want to convey with this gift? If the answer is peace, harmony, and happiness, then you are on the right path. Remember that when you give a gift, you're offering an extension of your own energy. This makes the act of giving not just a gesture of kindness, but a mindfulness practice in which intention is just as important as the gift itself. With this, we conclude the practices for consciously giving and receiving gifts, turning the act of giving into an opportunity to spread positive vibrations and strengthen harmony. Throughout this video, we explored how certain gifts can impact our space and inner peace, how to identify the energy of objects, and techniques to purify those we cannot refuse or don't want to part with. We've learned that, according to Buddhist teachings, everything around us carries a vibration and intention that subtly interacts with our own energy. These practices not only help harmonize our environment, but they also reflect a way of living with more presence and purpose. Buddhism teaches us that protecting the serenity and peace of our space is a way of protecting our own mind. By choosing what we allow into our environment, we are, in essence, choosing what we allow into our lives. This practice of mindfulness and energetic protection creates a space where we can cultivate calm and balance. Finally, the act of giving with intention reminds us that every gesture, no matter how small, carries our energy and best wishes. When we give something to someone, we are sharing a piece of what we hold most valuable: our own peace, care, and desire for the other's happiness. So when you offer a gift, do so with a sincere and compassionate heart. In this way, the object carries a positive energy that will always return to you. I hope these practices and reflections help you create a more harmonious environment, and that by giving or receiving gifts, you can feel the energies that truly promote well-being. If this video resonated with you, please share in the comments which practices or objects stood out to you the most. And if you'd like to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel to explore other approaches to harmony and spiritual well-being. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.